Yes.
Sure, thanks. I wanted to ask you again for a list or disclosure of the use of this room approved by the Office of the Spokesman. And I'm just saying it because yesterday you said that you're in charge of the room, you have the information. Do you have it now?
We have the information, but we don't have a list. We don't keep a list. We do this case by case.
So can I ask a question?
The bottom line, Matthew, and this is an important thing, we keep all press briefings in this room open to all press.
But obviously,
The meeting that you were trying to crash into on Friday was not a press briefing.
my question is this: anything that you exclude people from, you're going to say is not a briefing. I have a simple question. One, I think you just should disclose the list. You should disclose the list since it's public.
There's no such
public
list.
resources are being used. But the actual, since you say you have it,
There's not a list. We have the information.
Okay,
We
here's the
don't have a
question:
list.
has the room been lent by your office to any affiliate or fundee of Ng Lap Seng or the Global Sustainability Foundation, both of which are named in the U.S. Attorney's Office indictment?
No.
You know that to be the case?
I know that to be the case, yes.
No. Okay.
I know that to be the case.
You heard the word fundee and you said no, right?
I know that it's not a question. No one puts up money to use
That's not what I
this
asked.
room.
I said, have you lent the room to a fundee
was
of
not-
Ng Lap Seng or the Global Sustainability Foundation? If you need time to answer it, please email it. But this is the question.
I don't need any time to answer this. Look, some of the ways the room is used is, for example, we talk to college students. That's open to college students and people who are not. Don't
You can
go
exclude
to
that from the
those.
list.
It's open to the Model UN. People who are not part of the Model UN don't go. In this case, on Friday, it was open to the Correspondents Association. That was their organizational meeting.
You've heard the question, right?
I've heard the question. That's my answer. Have a good afternoon,
Did you ask
everyone.
Stephane? You said you would. That's his answer too?
Did you ask Stephane? You said you would. That's his answer too?
Really trying to exculpate yourself, but there's
I didn't ask you any questions. You should just, you ask your questions, I'll ask my questions.
Right, you're so thinking about the rules.
You should just ask your own questions. They didn't hide it. They didn't hide it. It's totally glass. Can we please look at it? Maybe you'll see better. Yeah, I was sitting right there. So, and anyway, well, I'm telling you, something is really desperately wrong. I didn't ask Reuters a question, just for the record.
Yeah. Take a look. It's glass. Yeah, it's really hiding.
So this is just a brief post-briefing broadcast. After on Friday, throwing inner city press out of the press briefing room while an organization that has accepted funds from Ng Lap Seng held a private event. Today, when asked why he did it and why he turned off the camera, the UN spokesman claimed, and it's sort of a threat, that inner city press was hiding in the briefing room. And I just want to show with this broadcast, this is a glassed-in room. This is an entirely glassed-in room, entirely visible from the podium he said it from the seats where the head of UNCA was speaking. And so it's an entirely fraudulent excuse. And he didn't answer why he turned off the press's camera. And the organization in question tried to bring a whole dream team, but they didn't have any questions. And so, there we have it. No questions at all. And really, this spokesman is essentially emboldened. He's in so deep with these guys, he said you should have to join them. Previously, that was another spokeswoman. She's one that said from the very podium, you don't care about answers while not answering questions. But this today was a new low. A new low. And so, begins. We're actually going to keep this going for just a little bit more. Here's the clubhouse. They could have held it. Look, this is where they could have held their annual meeting instead of taking over the private briefing room, the press briefing room, and privatizing it. It's an enormous room that the UN gives them. No reason at all. Now, finally, let's check it out. You can't smell, but please check it out. This has been here for 3 days.